In this week's Illustrator tutorial, we'll go through the process of designing a flat illustration of a spaceship inspired by the Millennium Falcon, and then apply a noise texture to it in just a few steps. The first step is to create a new document in Illustrator, name it spaceship, and hit create. Afterwards, I usually disable the snap to pixel option, just because I would like to have more freedom to where I place my anchors. Start with an ellipse tool to define the body of the spaceship, and as I previously mentioned, we're trying to have a low fidelity rendering of the Millennium Falcon, so try to be as loose as possible, and only use simple forms to define certain characteristics. With flat design, you should aim for simplicity instead of a photorealistic rendering. During this stage, I keep reusing certain elements for the sake of consistency, and adjust things along the way while knowing that I might do changes later on. Once you draw this line, let's go to the Pathfinder panel, and with both shapes selected, hit divide to create two individual shapes. Select the reflect tool, and after placing a point in the middle of the illustration, hold down Alt and Shift to make a copy. You can also use the divide option to section the shape that's behind everything, remove the piece you don't need, and start drawing the elements on the sides with the pen tool. The way I see it, those are weapons of the ship, or maybe used for communication. I don't really know, I just like the way they might look. If you have any other ideas, feel free to try to add them, but again, try to keep it as simple as possible. Use the reflect tool whenever you have the same type of elements repeating themselves on the other side as well. And since this illustration is in space, I would like to add some stars. With the star shape selected, click once on the canvas and you will be prompted with some options. Afterwards, customize it by dragging on those handles. Place multiple ones throughout the illustration, and once that's done, let's increase the outline size to 10. The next step is to add some final details to the illustration by adding some random lines in the body of the spaceship. I like to have one layer where you only have the outline, but for that we'll need to select everything, go to Object, expand Appearance, and then hit Merge in the Pathfinder window. After I've removed the white parts from what's left in the illustration, I would only like to have an outline, but we need to make it visible on this new background color and start placing shapes underneath it in order to add some color to the illustration and define the main shapes. If you want to speed things up, select the outline, hit Merge, then sample a random color to fill in the paths that are inside and ungroup everything. Select a different shade of gray for the outline, and now you should see a lot of individual shapes that are ready to be colored in. Use Shift to select multiple ones that have the same color and apply that from the swatches panel. Would also like to make the outer rim of the outline stand out a bit, so using the pen tool and the divide option, have it as separate shapes and apply white. Rotate it, and now we're ready to add some noise texture. Go to Window and open up the Brushes panel, and I already have one of my packs loaded up, but if you want to follow along, I've included one brush in the exercise files of this video. If you want to have all of these brushes, check out the description for a special offer, available only for the first 20 designers that access it. Now, while having the drawing side mode active for this shape, create a path and apply the brush on it to add texture. I prefer shading individual shapes instead of just adding texture paths on top of everything. That should give you a lot more freedom, in my opinion, to get interesting effect. Shading flat illustrations should be pretty straightforward. I recommend sticking to the same color palette, but I've seen a lot of illustration where you could apply a darker or a lighter shade of the same color to add depth. In this case, for example, I'll use the color of the shape that is right below the one selected. After that, I'm going to place a texture overlay on top of the whole thing to really give the impression of noise, or in this particular case, actual stars. So after I shuffle through a couple, open up in Illustrator the one that seems to work with the illustration, copy and paste the whole thing on top of the illustration I've done, see how it looks, then duplicate it, rotate it around and apply a different color from the swatches panel. To recap what we've done, we started by defining the composition using simple shapes, created an outline, then added colors to the illustration. In the end, we've used noise brushes for individual elements, and then a vector overlay texture to finish things off. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this design process tutorial and like the video so more people could see it. As I mentioned in the video, if you'd like to get access to more brushes, check out the description for a special offer for the Space Noise Pack that includes 15 noise brushes and 11 texture overlays that you can use to make your illustration stand out. Be one of the first 20 designers that access it, and you receive the Photoshop version of the brushes in the pack as well. If you have any suggestions of what I should draw next, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one. Bye!